Um, oh, I guess exception. I just remembered. We have the season 50 fan vote that we can't leave out.
Hmm.
Um, there's a choice between fire making or no fire making that I think is the really only important thing to discuss on the vote because the only other thing is the tribe colors ultimately really matter. I think Team B is the best option personally. Um, and there's the rice vote. I don't really care. Live reunion. There better be a live reunion, or I'm literally rioting. I'm going to CVS and I'm burning it
Ellis is
down.
one person riot.
Um, but fire making. Um, Christina, did you vote? I don't even know if I even
I
asked.
did not get to vote, but I have an opinion. If I were to
Okay.
vote, I would say no.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Have you voted yet, Michael? You did,
I
right?
did vote.
What did you say?
Hmm. I said yes.
Wow. Okay. I did put in my vote. I said no. I think everyone watching, you have until next episode to submit these votes. I think we'll get a few more. There'll be like a couple more weeks where we'll vote on more things. Um, maybe like potentially advantages or challenges or something. But um, Michael, do you want to explain since you're outnumbered 2-1? Do you want to give your reason why?
So I was going back and forth. Like, I think there's pros and cons to both, but ultimately, I was kind of like, I had to like prepare for the worst. And I was like, if there's some kind of like annoying majority alliance that like tries to like sweep, I feel like fire making's a great way to stop that. It can also stop anyone just in their tracks, like if you get the right person who like loses. So I think it adds a bit of that like randomness that I kind of like. Um, just because I'm like, it'll be so boring if we get to the final four and it's a vote and it's 3v1 and we all know who's going home. Like that's gonna be so boring. Like yes, maybe they'll add in like a couple things of being like, oh, like maybe we won't do this. Ooh, but then it's like ultimately we all know that they will. Like in 45, how it was just like Red just like swept everything and it was just like annoying and bad. So that was my kind of reasoning. I was like preparing for the worst because I was like, no matter what, fire making's like pretty intense. And yes, it probably could be more intense with like the right people at a vote, but I was just like, just in case it's like really boring or dumb and like and like 3v1, I just didn't want that to happen.
Christina, I'm curious to hear, as someone who has just recently started watching Survivor,
Mhm.
you might have a different approach to why you would want to take it away. I know I
Yeah.
have some talking points, but I think there's a lot that have already been said on other podcasts and
Mhm.
other things. But
I think we should like I just don't think it should be like the ending thing. Like I think fire making should still be there. I just think maybe it could be like a merge thing, you know? And I think that like yeah, like the 3v1 vote is annoying. I think there should be something else. I don't know what, but I think it should be like a different challenge to like switch it up.
okay, okay, interesting. Um, the biggest thing I would say to push back against the vote potentially being boring is that I mean, we've seen in the past episodes some of the most like cut and dry telltale votes are the most interesting because of the drama and like the
Mhm.
like Annika being voted out. Kind of saw it coming that whole episode, but then her like visceral reaction was what made it so entertaining. Um,
Mhm.
I also think it's just the main reason why I think fire making the challenge is exciting, but the editing beforehand of the oh my god, I need to practice fire and oh, what if I don't like oh, who should I choose to bring to the end? Like we've seen this for the last like 10 seasons now. And I think Survivor needs to be switching it up. And I think for the 50th season, it could be cool to go back to an OG way of how the game was played. Um, and I have some more opinions. Like I'd be fine with fire making if it was in the final three, and then there was a final two. I think that could be really cool. A little best of both worlds, maybe, kind of like what you were saying, Christina. Um, but because yeah, I don't know. I feel like the ultimate goal of fire making was to give the big threats one more chance to like uh, get into the finale, but ultimately we just see them getting picked off sooner and sooner. So
Mhm.
that is my opinion. You can take it or leave it, but for the viewers, make sure to vote. Do your right as a Survivor fan. And
I
yeah,
think
CBS. I'll put the QR code up
Oh,
on the screen so that you can go and vote.
there it is.
Yeah, here it
yep,
is.
right there. All of these
Wherever it is,
places up.
here it is.
Wherever it is.
It's right here.
Any other final thoughts about that fire making? Michael, were you swayed at all?
I think you did bring up like a good point about the annoyingness of like the same routine about how they're always like, "Oh my god, what am I gonna do?" and how they're like really annoying with that. Cause yeah, that honestly is true. I kind of wish they would just like show less of that. I feel like it's so much time filler. I don't know what else they would put instead of it. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe but just like I don't know, it is so annoying that every time they're like, "I don't know how to make fire," and it's like, "Girl, we all knew this was coming. Like, why are you shocked? Why are you surprised? This is just poor planning." So I don't know, yeah, but I do think it's. I always have a good time at like especially the most recent fire making challenge was the one that really stuck in my mind. Like Teeny versus Sam. That
Mhm.
was like so suspenseful. I was like throwing up. So I mean, I was like, that was my thought with it, but also you could end up in a situation where it's like someone really knows how to make fire and the other person just sucks ass and is like, well, shit. So
Another thing
yeah,
is if the vote goes to a tie in a four-person vote, then they could go to fire making anyways. They
Yeah.
force fire making. That would happen a lot in the older seasons. So, you know, a vote may still end up in the same place that we were with the twist. But, anyways, that concludes. I may cut this into a separate video, so who knows. But whatever ends up happening, thank you all for watching. Christina, thank you for coming on to the podcast, the reigning
Of
champ,
course.
for the premiere.
yes, Queen Christina.
Come on.
um, and yeah, excited to see you guys all back here next week. Uh,
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, everyone, and let us know down below who you're rooting for and who you want to go home next because they're boring or bad or suck.
so
So
true.
let us know.
Whose
Um,
takes do you agree with the most or the least?
who's the most right out of the three
Who
of
was
us,
the
basically?
best one?
Yeah, because one of us will be eliminated and never coming back on the
Who's the
podcast.
best?
So that's up to you guys to decide.
All right. Bye. Audio.